live on the phone, so it looks a little nicer than it has been on the old webcam. Let's go ahead and probably should have turned on Wi-Fi first. Hopefully that doesn't fuck with the stream. Me just turning it on now. Let me see. Where's the fucking? There we go. There's the button. All right. All right. So have this going. Going to start South Park now. We're going to start with the first 3 episodes tonight. I'm going to go from the episode menu. We're going to go Cartman Gets an Anal Probe. We've technically done a Redeye Theater of Cartman Gets an Anal Probe, but not like this. If you're in the Discord, then this is extra special. But if you're on YouTube, it is what it is. I realize it's kind of late, though, so I know that a lot of people aren't going to be on the Discord. But we're going to go ahead and start the episode, and I'm hovering over the episode right now with my mouse. We are using the DVD version for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is because that's the only way I can work it on computer, and reason number 2 is because my friend borrowed my Blu-ray of season 1. So, oh, and it crashed. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Like that. That's great. That's my favorite. All right, new plan. Let's get that back up. Let's pull this back up. Open disc. Play. Sorry about that. I probably have to get it started before I go back, so here we go. There we go, that got it. What's up, Andy? We are watching South Park Episode 1 right now. We are 26 seconds in. We're currently in the Matt and Trey intro. 28 seconds, 29, 30, 31. Just so you can kind of know where we're at. And it's our favorite episode. They say that about every episode. Again, I've watched this episode on Redeye Theater before, but I watched the unaired version. This is the TV version, and so this one is the one that has the intro. It has the it's the canon quote unquote version. God, these guys used to be so funny. And I love the joke how the dog keeps changing. Well, I got up at a good time, did you now? What's up, Super Bob? Just so you know, I'm live in the Discord, too, with this, so if you want to join that, you can as well. And again, the Discord version is extra special. Okay, now we're to the intro, so... What you doing? Again, we are watching the first 3 episodes of South Park tonight, I think, and then I'll do Fallout after that. So, on the Discord, again, this stream is extra special. Kick the baby. Dude, this show was so great back in the day. I don't get how people don't like season 1. I love season 1. What have you been doing in Fallout? I haven't been catching up on it. I'm doing a playthrough on very hard. I'm doing a neutral playthrough, but I'm playing on very hard difficulty. I also, when I start playing Fallout, I'm going to have to focus predominantly on getting my karma back to good. Or it's not good, neutral. Because I blew up Megaton, which instantly makes you very evil. So I'm going to have to change that. Dude, I miss Chef. Chef was such a good character. Like, obviously, Isaac Hayes is dead now. And obviously, you know, when he left the show, that was a whole big thing. You know, a lot of people, like, I've heard different things about when Isaac Hayes left the show. From what I've heard, I think that he was, like, sort of pressured into it because he was, like, really sick. And, like, there was a bunch of Scientologists that sort of quit for him. And apparently he didn't care all, because Scientology is super manipulative and creepy. Like, I'm not going to go all out on that, but Scientology is scary as fuck. Like, they will make you disappear if you're a member and, like, speak out against them. But if I'm not mistaken, Isaac Hayes, something like that happened with him. I mean, Cartoon Network has only 2 completely original shows airing right now. I'll give you that. Do they? All right. Dude, my hands are so fucking dry. I don't know how you can, if you can tell, but look at my knuckles. They're so fucking dry. Yeah, again, very different feel of the show in these earlier seasons. Because, you know, you had Miss Crabtree and Chef and a bunch of other characters that just aren't there anymore for different reasons. Like, Miss Crabtree's not, like, a great character. She's... But I'm just saying it was a very different thing of the show. Because Miss Crabtree was okay. She wasn't, like, a great character. But, you know, the jokes written with her can be pretty funny sometimes. I said that rabbits eat lettuce. I do like how reckless she is, though. See, the show was so different because it actually felt like it actually was trying to make a show about characters back then. Whereas now, the characters are secondary. It's all about how can the current event be portrayed through these characters. That's the focus of the show now. Whereas before, it was originally just the characters, then it was, how are these characters affected by this current event? Now it's, how can the characters portray a current event? That sounds normal, blowing up a city that had a nuke in it? Well, yeah, obviously. I knew it was going to make me instantly very evil, but I had to do it. See, this joke coming up... Oh, no, never mind, not yet. I thought that was going to be the first I like to sing it, but no, that's later. But that joke is only in the made for TV, is only in the TV version, not in the unaired version. I love how everything Mr. Garrison is saying here is just a bunch of like nonsense, like. Brush and floss, Kyle. Oh no, I skipped ahead. No, you go to hell. You go to hell and you die. All cartoon characters nowadays are just lesbians. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell when the scenes were added in with computer later because they look different than the actual paper scenes. I don't know. You're not going to try any of that cow hypnosis on me. Yeah, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon are both very lacking in original shows right now. Not surprised at all, yeah. Those two fucking Jewish kids in the front, whatever they were saying. Excuse me. This whole Charlie Brown-like thing with the hearts going around Stan's head. Yeah, you can definitely tell that this scene was made later because they had to have a scene where Wendy gives Stan the note because originally it happened on the playground. How do you know she has a cat? God. Dude, classic South Park is great. You know, this song that this is Love Gravy. But like Love Gravy was supposed to be like a one-off. They were gonna have Isaac Hayes just sing this song once, but then they just decided to do it in every episode. Would you consider this the golden age of the show? Yeah, like for me, the golden age of the show is like seasons 1 through I don't know, 15, 16. I would say that I really like when I started to lose interest with season 18, but even then I was still really into it. Season 20 obviously put me off. I've talked about before how I really don't like season 20. But what actually made me stop watching was season 24, which was literally just 2 specials, which is ridiculous to me. But no, I love older South Park. Like, I think season 1 is the most underrated. See, and this scene was obviously made so that to establish more stuff about the probe and like, you know, Cartman farting fire actually had nothing originally to do with the probe. It was originally these tamales that he ate. See, in this scene, he originally gives him the tamales, but in the TV version, he pulls a fire alarm. In the first season, or at least in the first episode, in the first episode, they didn't have a sideways facing model for Chef, which is why he just kind of walks like this, facing forward. See, this line makes way less sense in this version than did in the unaired version. See how Stan's like, okay, Cartman, you can stop farting fire now. Would you watch Blade Runner? It's like Mad Max. I've been thinking of watching Blade Runner, actually. But isn't there like 5 different cuts of that movie? Which one should I watch? I like to sing about the moon and the tuna and the spring. I want to sing about a sky. See, this was added to this. Again, I think this version is better than the unaired version by far. Because, like, I love that joke. There's a lot of jokes that are in this version that weren't in the unaired version. So the unaired version, this version I do ultimately think is better. The voice acting kind of sucks in the... Yeah, I'll give you that. The voice acting wasn't as good in season 1, that's for sure. I definitely do think it improved over time. Although, to be fair, like, I like, lately, I don't like their new voice. Like, for, like, the last, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 seasons, it just has felt a little off to me. Especially in, like, the newest, like, 2 or 3 seasons. I love how even in the first episode, Kenny's death is a little ridiculous because he survived being blasted and then just got hit with a car. And there's the rats that always take Kenny. My favorite season, by the way, is season 6. But I plan on doing at least all the good seasons, or I plan on doing most of the seasons for Redeye Theater, if not all of them. Powdered donut pancake surprise. It is only wafer thin. Are you aware that the video game God of War Ragnarok was released on November 9th, 2022 for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5? Yeah, I knew that. More like Boar Ragnarok. That's a Call Me Kevin joke. I stole it. Shamelessly at that. Did you know that Netflix is going to make a Gears of War movie? Yeah, I heard about that. I don't think I care. You see, the barfing thing definitely wouldn't be a thing in later seasons. Like, it's not like that's, like, a good joke or anything. It's actually kind of annoying. So I'm glad that they kind of transitioned away from it the more Stan and Wendy talked. But I get it, too. Like, I thought it was... it's a good gag. Tom Selleck. See, this joke, too, I'm pretty sure was made for the, him watching the crop circle thing on TV and saying this looks like Tom Selleck. That was made for the unaired, or for the TV version. I know a certain kitty who's sleeping with mommy tonight. Also, I feel like I hated... I didn't hate Wendy anywhere near as much in these older seasons. Like, Wendy's such an unlikable bitch in the later seasons for me. Just because she's so self-righteous. But in these older seasons, like, granted, I don't care about Wendy. She's still kind of just there. But I didn't hate her back then. See, and she, like, Carmen's mom stands up to him in this episode. She doesn't do that a lot. I've been using Netflix for almost 10 years at this point, since 2013. I've been using it more often in recent years because that's where a lot of modern TV shows and movies are going these days. That's true, they are. Yes. Seeing that line also makes more sense in the unaired version. But yeah, the big satellite dish here wasn't at all in the unaired version. Instead, he was just farting fire. And he's like, my family's worried. And like, then it showed his mom, and then he had a dad and sister in the unaired version, which was really weird. Zoop. Chef's drinking a drink called Zoop. I always thought it was interesting how Mr. Hat has no eyes in the pilot, but he does in every other episode than that. Here's the first I've learned something today. See, and this joke doesn't work if it's unbleeped. Because, like, when it's unbleeped, Kyle's literally just saying, you like to fuck, shit, and fuck, and shit, and fucking shit. And then Stan says, hey, Wendy, what's a dildo? Like, I only know that because I looked at the script. So, like, that's why they said that scene only works bleeped. And then this subplot where the aliens were trying to talk to the cows was not in the unaired version either. We have experimented with all the beings on Earth and have learned that you are the most intelligent and wise. Fucking cows. Why'd you turn some of us inside out? Oh, that was Carl's fault. He's new. Yeah, sorry about that. My bad. And that's when they get the device that lets them turn people into the little, like the Singa. And that line, do your impersonation of David Caruso's career. Only in this version. Again, this version is the better version. Yeah. Dildos. Are you aware that the movie Snow Day is getting a remake on Paramount Plus? Ew, why? You should watch Samurai Cop. It's so bad it's fun. I love Samurai Cop, dude. I've seen Samurai Cop. Why'd you go under? Because I'm an undercover cop. You like what you see? Yeah? You want to fuck me? Bingo. Like how they're just, like, romantically looking at the contents of his vomit. Love Gravy is easily the most iconic chef song. So this scene, in the original unaired version of this scene, it actually had Kenny come back. In this version, it doesn't. But this joke is so much better anyway. With Bar Brady getting, turned into a dancer. Sing about the moon and the tuna and the spring. Then they added in the pink eye to Cartman there. Yeah, aliens were originally supposed to be in every episode of South Park, but then they decided not to do that because the X-Files is coming out, and they didn't want to seem like they were copying the X-Files. Alright, that was the first episode of South Park. Cartman gets an anal probe. Absolute classic. I love it. Yeah, I forgot these intros actually tie into the previous episode, too. Like, they reference it. And isn't Snow Day a furry movie for kids? No! No, it isn't. Why would you think that? Why would you think Snow Day is a furry movie for kids? Snow Day has nothing to do with being a furry. Snow Day is about a snow day. And this, like, evil snowplow man who's, like, trying to plow the snow so that the kids can go to school. And then Chevy Chase plays the dad in it. And, like, the little kid's like, I can fit my whole fist in my mouth. And then he gets it stuck. And, like, there's this other guy who, like, the older brother is, like, trying to pick up chicks with, like, this whale bracelet that he found that belonged to one of the chicks. I don't remember the exact... It's been a while since I've seen it, but there's no furry shit in it. Yeah, again, Matt and Trey used to be so funny back in the day. I feel like a lot of their charisma is just kind of gone now. And now we're on to Volcano, so that was the intro to it. Just katana mean? It means Japanese sword, yeah. Now, dude, Samurai Cop's fun. I love Samurai Cop. I love all the little subtle things in this intro, though. Like how there's Jesus versus Frosty there, and then there's Jesus versus Santa when it shows the big screen. You know what Kenny's line is in this intro, right? It's, I like girls with big vaginas, I like girls with big fat titties. The reason why I said furry movie is because there was a movie named Snow Day, and it was advertised for kids in 2019, and I saw commercials for... Okay, different movie. Those are two very different movies, then. Because we're talking about the one from, like, 2000 or 2001 that had, like, a young Josh Peck back when he was fat in it, like, before Drake and Josh. And, yeah. Jimbo and Ned were good characters, too. AIDS beam, no. Now you have it? Okay. Didn't Trey and Matt disown this season? Well, yeah, they don't like season 1 for some reason. They don't like the first 3 seasons, which I think is stupid. I love the first 3 seasons. Like, my favorite season is 6, but seasons 1, 2, and 3 are still great. Hunting sober is like fishing sober. It's literally just go up a little hill, and that's getting away from civilization. Or are you stationed in Da Nang? Be careful, you're gonna spill your beer. Yeah, this was made because that movie Volcano came out, and they were like making fun of that. He's coming right for us. He hasn't said that yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. See, and that was actually making fun of a guy who shot some sort of animal and said that. Isn't this the episode that introduces Randy? Yes, it is. This is the one that introduces Randy, but he wasn't established to be Stan's dad yet. He was just the town archaeologist. .46 gauge. I wouldn't think that would actually be bigger, though, because, like, the smaller the gauge, the bigger the gun, typically. Like, a 12 gauge is bigger than a 20 gauge. Cartman's Vietnam flashbacks. You won't be established to be Stan's dad until season 2? Yeah, that sounds right. I used to know, like, everything about South Park. Like, that was something I prided myself in just a few years ago. But ever since I kind of lost interest, I've been losing a lot of that information. So that's why I'm like, I need to watch through it again. I'm pretty sure the first thing of that post you did, Jisoo, didn't show up. Because I see it start with, yes, my ideas, and I don't think that's the start of it. Yep, there's Randy. Randy had a weird face when he was first introduced, too. Like, it looks a little different. And I love that, too. Like, the, oh my god, a volcano, and then it just plays the epic music. You know, it'd be a fun thing to pair this episode with Nature from Moral Oral. The animation in the first few seasons are kind of... Okay, you deleted that. You said walking compared to new seasons. I assume you mean lacking? But I honestly like the charm of the older seasons animation, so... I honestly think it looks a little weird in the newest few seasons. Like, I think, like, seasons, like, 5 through 15 is when it looked its best. Rugrats could have gotten a 4th movie, but instead they make a reboot series. Yeah, well, I don't like new things anyway. The animation in the first few seasons is kind of choppy. Yeah, it is, but it's supposed to be. Because it's supposed to look like paper stop-motion animation. And they intentionally made it shittier in some cases. Like, with Jesus, his beard isn't complete, and, like, his skin covers the beard or something. And that was intentional, because that's how it looked in the original Jesus versus Santa short. So they decided to keep that. Fucking epic music. Totally screwed. Fucking pause with the music. Twisted Part 1. I don't see it. Let me try refreshing the chat and see if that helps. Now I can't even pull up the chat. What the fuck? There we go. Ah, here we go. On Highway to Heaven, the blind kid is friends with a kid whose dad hates cripples. Later, the son tells his dad the friend is staying over for the night, and the dad is put on the spot and has to say yes. My idea is one, the dad starts boning. Your ideas are all the fucking same. It's so repetitive. Like, is there even a fucking point in continuing? It's so boring. It's the same shit. Blind Kid's Eye Holes. What is this, a Serbian film? Dad hates cripples as he was seduced by one as a kid and nearly caught disability, but had his gay friend suck the cripple out of his thing and turn him gay to save it. How's he a dad? Which is kind of a chicken and egg thing. Yeah, that was... Again, they're all the same. Like, why? Anyway, they're at the campfire. Scuzzlebutt. The friend turned gay, not the dad. Okay. Dude, I miss telling campfire stories when I was a kid. I love the Scuzzlebutt's description because it's so ridiculous. Celery. His fucking leg is Patrick Duffy. I don't even know who the hell Patrick Duffy is. But I love that. Like, that's the point in, like, South Park Season 1, all the celebrity things were, like, really obscure celebrities nobody gave a shit about. Weaving baskets. Yeah, that story's really not scary at all. But I like that Scuzzlebutt is real. They were probably relevant back in 1997, but they're not. No, they said they intentionally chose random celebrities that were completely irrelevant. Like, the only one in Season 1 that they chose that was actually really relevant was Barbara Streisand. Like, Kathy Lee Gifford, they chose her because they figured nobody gave a shit about Kathy Lee Gifford. They've said this in, like, the commentaries. Because I've listened to all the commentaries. Now, admittedly, it's been a while, but I've listened to every commentary on South Park, at least for the first, I don't know, 19 seasons, or... No, the first 22 seasons. I think season 23 is when they stopped doing commentary for some ass-backwards reason. You know this Kumbaya thing that Ned is singing was made to fill time because the episode wasn't long enough? So that's literally why they just had him sing that. Is your last name pronounced Griffith? Is it Kathy Lee Griffith? Yeah, you're right, it is Kathy Lee Griffith. I fucked up. I said Gifford, I meant Griffith. But, like, they didn't know anything about her. They intentionally just chose her randomly. Have you seen season 25 yet? No, I have not. When you do, it's very short. How short is it? As short as season 24, being only 2 fucking specials? Because, I guess, I don't know, I just don't have any interest in new South Park. The last, like, little bit has been pretty fucking dull. Well, 6 episodes? Okay. USS Fish Killer? I love how Kenny's just a filthy little piece of shit. Usually South Park standards, it's 10. Only since season 17. It was 14 from season 5 to 16, so... No, it's a live show, dumbass. You know Ned's voice? They tried using a real voice box for a laryngectomy, but it didn't pick up well on camera. So what ended up happening is Trey Parker just started going like this, and that sounded better than anything else they tried. I love how they fall for this, even though it's literally just Cartman with a tarp on his head holding a piece of celery. The fucking missile launcher. Randy sounds vaguely Canadian right here. If you count the 2 Paramount Plus specials before season 25, that's 4 episodes in season 24. Yeah, but they're not counted on it because they're not on the DVD. Those are considered movies, even though they're the same length as the specials. Again, they've been really fucking lazy pumping out content right now with South Park. I never bothered watching those Paramount Plus specials, by the way. They look terrible to me, so... Because there's just more of the same subject. Like, again, that's another problem I had, is everything is about the same shit now with South Park. Like, they did 4 fucking COVID specials. 4! This Lava and You is a reference to those old duck and cover propaganda films about in the Cold War, where they told you, hide under your desk and you'll be safe from a fucking nuke. Duck and cover. The kid was still blinking on the end screen of that duck and cover thing. You're 25/40th done with Sigma Star Saga? What the fuck kind of fraction is that? That'd be 5/8. The playlist is in 40 parts. I see. All right, fair enough. 25 out of 40. Okay. Again, I thought you were just being weird and making weird fractions. I like how Cartman just like made up Scuzzlebutt, but then he turned out to be real. TV's Patrick Duffy. Again, I have no idea who the fuck Patrick Duffy is. I like how Chef just knew who Scuzzlebutt. It's Mr. Garrison knew who Scuzzlebutt was too. Nothing to see here. Move along. You're 25 means you're over halfway through. Yes, it does. Like I said, it'd be 5/8. I love how they just like destroy another town with lava by diverting it. That's Denver. That's right. It's like the biggest city in Colorado. Yeah, fuck you, nature. Here comes hot lava. Takes place in Colorado. Volcanoes are usually in Hawaii. I mean, there's volcanoes in lots of places. But I mean, yeah, there's no volcanoes in Hawaii, in Colorado, rather. There could be though. That's the thing, because you know, Colorado has the Rocky Mountains, but none of those are volcanic. Luckily, because Utah also has the Rocky Mountains. Thank God those are not volcanic, because yeah. I like how Jimbo has so many fucking pockets. All right, that's the end of episode 2. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure most fans agree that South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is still better than any of the Paramount Plus movies. Well, again, they're not even movies. They're glorified specials. All right, weight gain 4,000. No, I was right. It is Gifford. I was right. Get fucked. It's not Griffith. He just said Kathy Lee Gifford. I was right. Long episodes, but my boner is longer. They're normal episode length. Yeah, it's Kathy Lee Gifford. I should never second guess myself because I am always right. There's Kathy Griffin. Yeah, no, that's a different person altogether, though. Yeah. Plus, they're 44 minutes. A movie usually is an hour and a half. Yeah, I know. That's why that was my complaint. Is they call them movies and then they're just the specials. Like, they're more specials. And it's just more of the same shit. Law and Order episodes are 44 minutes? Yeah, they are. A lot of shows have episodes that are that length. Dun dun! Yeah. Alright, we're on the intro now. Usual length for an TV show is 22 minutes, though. Very true. The Law and Order Dun Dun scared you as a kid, yeah? I love this. What Cartman describes as a rainbow. Like, what the fuck is he describing? Oh, rainbows. Seriously, what does march in, crawl up your leg, and bite the inside of your ass? What the fuck is he on about? Ages ago, mainly around 2013 to 2015, Pie Guy Rules would do TV logs where him sitting in front of a camera reviewing a TV episode, which is similar to whenever you do reviews in Redeye Raw. Yeah? And then Redeye Theater is me reacting to it, so, there's that, too. Cartman doesn't know rainforest from a Pop-Tart. Yeah, I do. Pop-Tarts are frosted. He, stole some poem, like Walden. Dude, based. If dolphins are so smart, how come they get caught in those fishing nets all the time? Checkmate. Like, the way they're all obsessed with Kathie Lee Gifford, again, they intentionally chose someone irrelevant for that. Because, again, South Park, the whole point of the early seasons of South Park is not giving a shit about celebrities and thinking that celebrity culture is retarded. Which I think is a sort of, tone that was kind of lost on South Park in later seasons. Dolphins are queer, kill small animals for fun, and rape people like what? Dahmer. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the only reason I couldn't read Dahmer, because you spelled it correctly, the text went away, so I had to re-scroll. Because again, I'm using the phone to stream today. Kathie Lee loves children. If they're working in a sweatshop, that is. Whenever Pie Guy Rules sits in front of a camera reviewing stuff, he calls it a TV log. Whenever you do it, you call it a Redeye Raw. Actually, I call it a Raw review when it's a review. But it's a sub-series of Redeye Raw, so I can see what you mean. My cousin is half Japanese, but his grandma was 1/4 white, so he's 9/16 white. That's a weird fraction. He's married a Frenchie from France, and their kid is 25, 30 seconds white. Oh, I think this is like the first hint that Well, this is when they kind of lead you to believe that Mr. Garrison is insane and that Mr. Hat is like a split personality, but then like later on he's kind of shown to be alive. I love how he was still bald and gray-haired as a kid. Her maiden name is Epstein. She literally had a blimp. Best art request, Mr. Garrison from South Park and Crowler from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and Yowie. No. No, no, no. Epstein, this episode must have come out years before it became a hot topic. No shit, number one. And number two, Kathy Lee Gifford's actual maiden name is Epstein. No relation as far... Well, maybe there's a... I don't fucking know. But that's actually her maiden name. I'm just saying it's an unfortunate, like, last name to have, obviously. Also, Pie Guy Rules TV logs are a little more professional than your Redeye Raw. Oh, yeah? What are you insinuating, Andy? As Pie Guy would not burp or eat at all during the entire vlog video? I don't do it the entire time. I'm doing a Redeye theater, dude. I ate dinner before this. What do you want from me? Alright, I finished that Dr. Pepper. Let's get another Dr. Pepper. Intelligent and friendly and right. Dude, Carmen's right. Fuck dolphins. Why do they... If they're so smart, why do they live in igloos? Family Guy, when you wish upon a Weinstein, that name sounds wrong now. Yeah, that's true. This is the first showing of Jesus and Pals. Beefcake! I mean, dolphins are cute. Yeah, but they rape people, and they rape other dolphins, too. And they use, like fish as, like, fleshlights. Dolphins are fucking, like, savage, dude. I fuck dolphins that got it coming. There you go. I mean, they can also win in a fight with a shark. I don't know. Sharks can be pretty tough. Sharks are cooler. I like sharks. Ah, there we go. Now we get see a little bit of Mr. Hat being alive with the way the dresser was moving. Dude, I had a health teacher in high school that had that picture of Cartman with the beefcake shirt in the classroom. And some big-ass titties to boot. See, sometimes I can understand, Kenny. I'm such a beefcake, I can't even get through the door. Castrate the cows, but they're cows, they're not bulls. What does that entail? You're gonna remove their clitorises or something? How can you understand him when you can't even understand what he's saying? Since you can understand it if you listen. Like, he very clearly said, and some big-ass titties to boot back there. Like, it's supposed to be not understandable, but, like, if you watch the show as much as I have, you can make it out sometimes. They can never pronounce Ute for the Indians correctly. Like, they call him Oot in this one, and then they call him Ute in another one. But it's Ute, hence Utah. Like Boomhauer? Yeah, well, Boomhauer, like, what he says a lot of the times is nonsense. Like, if you can make out what he says, a lot of the times that doesn't actually, like, make sense. It's no surprise that Pie Guy Rules TV logs were done as a way for him to talk about more current episodes /shows /movies and or for him to make a quick review, yeah. I need to do another monthly movie recap. Monthly. But, you know, to hell with Kathy Lee Gifford. Kind of reminds me of, you know, Ann Landers is a big old biddy. Oh no, boring old biddy. A boring old biddy. Monthly in name only. Yes, it is. It is monthly in name only. I don't think there has been a single episode of Monthly Movie Recap that has been a month after the other. It's always been at least 2, if not several. See that lot? That's a callback to the Jesus versus Santa short. With, you know, when you walk down the street, people say, "God damn, that's a big fat ass." That's a callback to, you know, "You're such a fat fuck." When people see you walk down the street, people say, "God damn, that's a big fat fuck." But they changed it to fat ass for the for this version, obviously, because it was for TV. But then I like how the guy actually, the reason I laughed is because the guy actually came up and said, "God damn, that's a big fat ass." And good joke. Student of the Week. Cartman's Student of the Week because of his fucking thing. Sit in front of a camera while doing a review on something. If I was a face channel, I would, but unfortunately I am not, although I considered doing that at one point before all the COPPA shit, yeah? Mr. Garrison, went, reverse cross-eyed for a sec. Speak of dolphins, my 5th grade teacher was a big fan of dolphins, and she even had pictures of her and dolphins? Okay. Look, dolphins are interesting, but, they're certainly, not my favorite animal. Sharks are way cooler, and sharks are misunderstood. People, think of sharks as violent, but sharks really are not violent. Like they're carnivores, but like they're not typically violent. They only eat to feed, and they typically feed on very specific things. You know, this book depository joke went over my head as a kid. I did not get the JFK reference when I was younger. When they see people in the ocean, they go for them. No, they don't. Sharks do not do that. That is a misconception. Sharks very rarely attack people. Sharks are like demons in Gonagai, misunderstood. No, fuck the demons in Gonagai. Most of them are pieces of shit. That is a lame take that people have when they're like, oh, Rio, actually, God's the bad guy in Devilman. No, fuck you. Rio is the bad guy. But, no, what was I saying? No, sharks are absolutely misunderstood, though. Like, I mean, like Mao Dante. Okay, yeah, fair enough. In Mao Dante, they absolutely are. Or NPT. Okay, fair enough. I guess I was too quick to judge. Yes, in Gonagai, demons are typically misunderstood. Devilman is not one of those cases. But no, sharks are cool. Like, they very, very rarely attack people. Like, they only attack people when they're either starving or mistake you for a seal or something. Because they typically don't like to eat humans. Because believe it or not, shark movies are fictional and don't have... Like, I love shark movies, but sharks are not like that. I like how they have her in, like, a dome, like it's like the Pope Mobile or something. Here's a no substitute. Sharks are not as cool as alligators. I disagree, but alligators are pretty cool too. I'll give you that. I think sharks are cooler though. Yeah, this is no substitute, which I think doesn't actually have the line no substitute in this episode, but in the full version it does. But it has the line in Tom's Rhinoplasty. There already is a Free Willy too, Chisu. I like how this works though, because Chef fucks Kathy Lee at the end. My Free Willy 2 is better? I sincerely doubt that, and I've never seen the original. I don't see what he saw on her. What is she? I don't know what she looks like. I'd have to look at it. Let's see. Kathy Lee Gifford. Yeah, no, not really. I don't get it. Like, she's not, like, hideous or anything, but she's not hot. I got Cartman's fat ass is about to break the stage here. Hey, we got Wendy giving, and I've learned something today. Stan completely undermines it. Like, man, did she really throw her voice with two dummies at once? Iconic Kenny death, though, with him sliding down the flagpole. You bastard. Yeah, you bastard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Walden by Henry David Thoreau. That's what it was. Caught on a hot mic. I like how how Officer Barbrady's literally arresting Mr. Hat. Cartman's on like Geraldo or Geraldo, being a big fat ass. It's kind of like Maury. See, this fat ass version of Cartman would fit right in on my 600-pound life. Beefcake. All right. That was episode 3. So again, yeah, like I said, we're just going to do the first 3 episodes tonight. We'll probably try to do 3 episodes tonight before Fallout. How's that sound? We bookend every night with this before a gaming stream. So we're going to go ahead and end that on the Discord. Nobody showed up on the Discord version, so, you know, it is what it is. Ironically, the discussion videos on my channel seem to perform really well. I know you used to comment on some of them before comments got disabled. I sure did. Gifford the Lighting. Okay. For Free Willy 2, I'd like for Willy to become John Connor. What the fuck? Like figure... A John Connor-like figure, rather, to the Orca and Dolphins, and lead a rebellion to bring down the humans and drive them from the seas. Okay, maybe this would be a better movie. The humans plan on nuking the ocean, but are contacted by squids. The humans then make an alliance with the squid, who are revealed to be demons, using human and squid teamwork. Then create ESP amplifiers to boost the squids. I swear to God, this is good! This is good, Chisu. This would be an amazing movie because it sounds so fucking ridiculous it could work. But if things start boning and shitting here in a second, your idea is ruined. Anyway, and give them DBZ energy beam attacks. The humans and squid have an ocean war with the Orca Alliance, and the boy from Free Willy 1 has given up on human beings after being boned by his teacher. Yep, you ruined it. It was actually kind of a fun, interesting idea, and then you ruined it by resorting to your same usual trash. By his teacher, and fuses with Willy. Okay, maybe I spoke out of turn. It hasn't got too bony. I guess I can let that one slide. To form an Orca Centaur. Centaurca, I like that name, that's clever. And plans to summon the Leviathan from Bible times to take revenge on humanity. Also, the Orca and Dolphins capture humans in the sea to use them as slaves, as well as bone them. A lot. Okay, you know, it's fine there. Like, again, it's not just a bunch of boning. So, you know what? I'll let it go this time. I'd watch this movie. This movie sounds ridiculous. I'd watch it. To crossbreed with him into land-walking interspecies abomination to later wipe out humans from land. Gottfried the Lighting? Like Gilbert Gottfried? Holy fuck, that's wrong! My Gilbert Gottfried is not good. In the Bible, Yale kills a Canaanite warrior who goes to her place. He asks the warrior for water, and she gives him milk. Or he asks for water. The warrior asks for water, and she gives him milk. Later he sleeps, and she slags him. My idea, she gives him soy milk, and his parts fall off. Okay. On Family Guy, they try to make Clinton look irresistible to women who consent to him, even if married. It's like Gacy making Gacy look irresistible to teenage boys. Yeah, there you go. Although, didn't Gacy fuck a lot younger than teenage boys? Weren't they like really, really young? I suggested to a guy into slobs. Why are there people into slobs? Princess Peach as a huge, immobile slob, messily eating. Why? Jesus Christ, fucking why? Mario using his sunshine water thing to hose her off. It's called the Flood, F-L-U-D-D, or U-U-D. Maybe the reason people say gayness as natural as dolphins do it is not to normalize the other things dolphins do, like killing, or is to normalize the other thing dolphins do, like killing animals for fun or raping people and boning animals. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this stream. I'll be back with Fallout 3 in just a minute, because I decided to do both tonight. So, toodles for now. Ta-ta for now. Take care now. Bye-bye then.